General students, today we will start writing a skill, note making. So first of all, as from the title, note making means to make notes. Generally when we are reading any passage or when we are reading any book or text, from that we want to take out the gist or we want to take out the brief of that content, so that things what given in a detail that we memorize, or that things we have to remember. And so for that we are making notes. That is note making. Now, what for note making is making, or what for we need the notes? So first of all, a note is a brief record of points and ideas. Points and ideas mean what the content is given or what content we are studying. From that we are just taking out the main points and main ideas of that content for making the notes, as that help us, that will aid us in memorizing that content. Means in note making we only note down that things which help us to memorize that content by adding the short descriptions. And this is also helpful to anyone who wants to compress. Note making main idea behind the note making is to make the compressed notes. Compress means short notes. We are making notes only to make the detailed study or detailed content in a compressed or in a short notes. For that we need note making. And this is we are doing to for a large piece of information, means the large piece of information in the content that we take out as the point and ideas, and we make the note making. And this note making we only make to memorize the thing, to be remembered or memorized. And second thing, why we are making notes, why we are choosing this large piece of information into the short one, that's we want to make the notes in brief. We want that things in organized way. We want the things in a summarized. We want only the summary of that content. So we need these things while making the notes. And second thing, this will also help us when we make a brief note, when we make an organized note in a summary form. So whenever we required for a quick revision, this also happen for the quick revision. When we need quick revision, that time we only go through this information we making under note making. Now, what is note making helpful to us? Means how it's helpful to us. So, when we make notes, we generally make notes for the memorization. We keep out the brief things, we keep out the main points to memorize that content which we read. Important points, and from that content, so that we keep out the important points to be remembered. And sometimes we are making notes to revise for the examination point of view. And debates, when we are participating in debate, that time we also need to take out the main points to insert in front of when we are in the debate session. Speeches, when we have a chance to give the speech on anything or any topic, any content, so that time we also want the relevant details of that topic. Lectures, whenever we are come for the lecture, then we also need the main point, important points, the gist of the content. For that also we are making notes, and for the discussion. So note making helps in all these points whenever we need to memorize anything, and whenever we want the main points, the important points of the content from the examination point of view, for debating, for the speech, lecture and discussion. And some are there also, when you are going to make a note, you have to keep in mind these things, ki how you are going to prepare a note. For the note making, which key points is important. So first of all, note making must be brief, concise, and it should be of the 50 words. And in the note making, title should be, with the title you know if on which topic you have made that note. So this title is very important. Then note making always in the third person. And facts. Note making means you are only taking out the main points, the main gist, so that there you can only note down the facts. And relevant details. What topic, what content you have read, on what you are making the notes. In that note, you have to note down the relevant details, relevant point, important points of that particular content. Before making notes, keep these points in mind. First step is read the passage carefully. In exam, one passage is given, or when generally you read any content, so that content you read carefully. Why you need to read carefully? Because you want to get the theme and subject. So in exam, you read the passage carefully so that you get what is the main theme and subject of the passage. That will become your title of the note making. This main theme and subject, when you get that, becomes the title of your note making. And then identify main ideas and important supporting details. This main ideas and important supporting details help you to make your main headings. Some headings, for the main headings, this main idea, it go for your headings. And this supporting details go for your this subheadings. So these main ideas becomes your heading, and supporting details becomes your subheadings. So all these points you just keep in your mind while making notes, because for the first you read the passage carefully and try to get the theme and subject of the passage, so that you make the title of the note making, and then after that identify the main ideas and supporting details. That main ideas and supporting details will help you to make the headings and subheadings. So here the main ideas write down under the headings that I told you. The main ideas help you to make your headings, and supporting details help you to make the subheadings of the heading. Next, point 5. Use proper layout and format. Proper layout and format means note making is a proper format. In that you have to prepare. So just go through these points that we have to keep in mind while preparing our note making. First of all, there is no diagram. No diagram used in note making. Note making, when you quote the points, when you quote the main points, main ideas, for that main point, for that main ideas, you only use sometimes words, phrases and short sentences. Avoid these sentences. You only use the phrases or words, and sometime if need, then you write short sentences. But avoid to write in the long sentences and the paragraphs. Then the sequence of the point, the sequence of the main ideas, that will be in logical sequence. Means the one point relate to the other point. It doesn't mean that you write down here the main idea and then the subheading talks about the another thing. So that will not be. Logical sequence will be there. One idea connected to the other idea related to the ones. And use abbreviation. It is must in note making, because note making is not any writing of content. It's a note making. Note making means brief writing, the writing which we use to write only to memorize, only to revise. So in that writing we can use the short form, short sentences, phrases, abbreviations, symbols. So that you all used here. Abbreviation like CBSE, UNO, PM, GK, and then symbols. You can also use symbols. Don't write the full word. For that word you can use the symbol, just like percentage, kilogram, and so like this you can use the signs or symbols. And the short form. And you write the short form of the words also. So these points you have to keep in mind when you write note making. These are very necessary points because this will help you to make your note making effective and easily memorize the things by using symbols, abbreviations, short forms. You can easily memorize the things which you taken out, the main ideas, the main gist from your content. So here, format of note making. On which format you write or you prepare your note making. First of all, title. Title, as I told in the step 1, to read the passage carefully and just take out the main idea and theme of the content, theme of the passage, so you easily get to the point ki what will become the title, or you can ask yourself what about the passage is, then you get your title. So write here title. In that title you write only the first letter of every word should be in capital and other will be in small. Then here write down notes. Then your notes starts. First point, that first point becomes your main heading. Main heading which I said you, the main idea. That main idea becomes your main heading. And again I told you the supporting details. These supporting details becomes your sub points, become your subheadings. So main idea, to main idea there is supporting subheadings, and for subheadings there can be subheadings. These subheadings are the supporting headings. These are the supporting headings to the subheading, and subheading is a supporting heading to the main heading. So first point or first main heading is completed, and for that first main heading, this subheading is related to this main heading, this define about this main heading, and this which subheading describe about the main heading. For that, to clear it more clearly or to know it more clearly, you can use other subheading that will help to understand this subheading. So in this way, your first point is completed. Now come to the second point. Second point, same process you go through. First main heading, then related to main heading there should be subheading. It doesn't mean ki subheading only one. Whatever subheadings you needed, 1, 2, 3, which relates to the main heading or which describe about the main heading, that you write here. A, B, C, D, like that you write here, but don't write more than 4 points. And then that subheading again needs a supporting points. Maybe there are some subheadings which more easily or which describe in a more variety, in a more expanded way to the subheading. So for that you write the subheading. And this subheading, it doesn't mean ki only with the B or C or D. It can be anywhere. Like if you want to write subheading for the A, you can write subheading for the A, and after completing this subheading, you can write the B subheading. I hope you all understood. It is clear to you. And while making these main headings, subheading, subheading, 2 things you have to be in your mind, that is numbering and indentation. Numbering is this is your numberings, this is your numbering, so this you keep in your mind, what numberings we should, as there is a number, then the alphabet, then the decimal numbers. You can decimal numbers or Roman numbers also. So there is a number, and then indentation. Indentation means space. This you keep in your mind because every point needs a space of different space. Means first main heading, then it's take a space for the subheading, then its sub-subheading needs a space for sub-subheading. So like that, this spacing you have to keep in mind. So these two things is very important and necessary in the format of note making. First numbering and second indentation. Indentation means space. At which space, which number or which point should be written. Where main heading, where subheading, where sub-subheading, that all keep a space. So that space is the indentation. That will be very in a formal way, that creates your note making, that creates your format effective to see, to look or to memorize. Next is summary writing. While writing the summary, means that paper, that note making is divided into two parts. First is note making and second is summarization. So for this second part, for the B section, we go through with the summary writing. Means in the first part, in the A section, you write the note making in precise way, in the format, in points, in phrases, symbols, abbreviations you can use. But here in summary writing means gist of that passage. What you read in the passage, what you read in the content, that you write in this summary writing portion. Summary means what? Summarize. Summarize that whole passage in a few words. There is word limit. It can be 80 words, it can be 50, 60. So whatever the word limits given in the question paper, according to that word limit, you summarize your passage. So in writing summary, these points you keep in your mind. First of all, the main points. While writing the summary, you just write down the main points in the summary. You just take the main points of the passage. Then brief. There is a word limit, so summary should be brief and contain all the important information and of that passage, whatever the important information or the main ideas, that will be that summary contain all that things, and then that summary ends with the message conveyed by the author. Sometime in the passage they talk about some factual things, or sometime any type of message giving content, message giving passage. So whatever actually that passage, that content wants to give you or wants to say you the message, or about what about the passage, so that main idea, that main gist you should write. Means that summary ended up, sum up with that main idea, with that main message of the passage. And at last, you must follow the word limit. What word limit is given in the question paper? In that particular word limit, as I written 80 words, it can be 60 or 50. So according to that word limit, you sum up your summary. I hope you understood under this heading, this summary writing, what points you should be noted down, or what points you should complete in that summary or contain in that summary. Main points, that should be brief and concise, and all the important facts and details, and end with the message, with the key points, or with any idea. With that summary is ended, and the word limit instruction, that what word limit restriction or instruction is given, you must follow. I hope you well understand how to make note making, what format you follow, how to write your summary. And summary, it means that will be in your word. Don't do it just only copied out the passage. It is a collaborative work of the ideas of the passage, so that must be in your own words. Thank you, class.